Mysterio's a villain?
Shocker.
That was a villain in the first one. Huh. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Redefine Our Prime. My name's Chris.
I'm Ron.
And this is our guest.
Spooder cheese with me.
And as you can tell from the intro of this video, spoiler alert, we're going to be covering all of Spider-Man Far From Home in this video. So please, if you haven't watched it already, we're sorry for the intro spoiler. Go watch it and then come back here later.
Yeah, you can check out our spoiler-free one, though.
Yes, go ahead and do that. All right, so Spider-Man Far From Home. What did you guys think?
I loved it!
I thought it was fantastic.
Amazing. So here's actually one of my things with this, right? Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal killed it for me.
Amazeballs.
Loved it. I was actually a huge fan of him in the beginning when he was basically like the whole next Iron Man gimmick when he was a good
mentor.
guy. He was like Spider-Man's uncle almost, image in it, right? And I was all like, oh man, okay. So if this whole multiverse thing is real, and I love this good guy, Mysterio, I'm all for it. I'm sold. I can't wait to see how it goes, but how is he going to become a villain? And then...
So, something I actually just thought of. So, you're thinking of the title Far From Home, right? So now you've got Peter off on his own. He's just lost his mentor, Tony Stark. So, it's almost he's a little more vulnerable than he would be, maybe more trusting than he should be. And all of a sudden, he has this other person who, nobody on this trip knows he's Spider-Man. Far From Home. You know what I mean? Everybody who knows who he is and stuff like that is back in New York.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
So-
he also lost Uncle Ben back in the day. So
And he lost Uncle
That's
Ben
very
back in the
true.
day. So, he's losing all his father figures,
Absolutely. I'm not sure if this is meant or intentional, but it's interesting because Mysterio caught Peter in his web.
But
He caught the spider.
Web of
Ah.
Yeah. So, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You two are crushing this analysis video. I mean, or discussion video.
This
right?
guy, yeah. Also, what I liked a lot was that first demonstration of Mysterio's powers.
His real powers.
were
Yeah.
unbelievable.
On the same page. You're talking when after he announced
The
he's a
whole
villain,
the whole
and
trippy
now
thing.
It's
yeah.
not like
The
seeing
dream.
him pretend to fight the elementals. You're talking
No.
about him versus Spider-Man.
Yes, that was unbelievable. I was scared for Spider-Man because I was like, that would be a living nightmare. When he punched that wall and it was the bricks,
It was him, yeah.
and then when
He's like, ah!
yeah, when he thought he was out of it and then he was still in it.
Oh my
and,
God.
it's like a dream he can't wake up from. And when he saw, what's his name?
Happy.
Right. When he saw him and he's like, dude, it's
Are
me.
you
He's
real?
like, tell me something that only you would know. And then when he
You watch
realized,
porn.
Yes. When he realized it was him, the way he just hugged him in that relief hug, thank Christ.
It's like he just got out of a bad nightmare, yeah.
Yes, and I'll be honest with you, when he said, I'm gonna go kick his ass, I was like, good for you, man, because that scared the crap out of me.
So this is why in the spoiler-free video, if you watch that, I said that you have to see this movie in 3D. I am not a fan of 3D movies, but when they do that fight, Spider-Man versus Mysterio,
Yes.
seeing it in 3D was amazing.
That was unbelievable. Probably my favorite scene in the movie, but the third act was great too, with
Yeah,
the
it was
bridge and everything.
It was great.
Yeah, I truly felt like I was on a Universal Studios ride.
Yeah.
If you've ever been on a Universal Studios ride, that's what it felt like. You know what
Yes.
they could have done? They missed an opportunity here. When they could have added 4D elements. You guys know what 4D is?
If they made
You
the
could
chair
smell the
shake.
Pretty
or-
much. So when he's
Oh.
fighting that water guy in
Oh,
Venice,
spritz.
yeah, that one, they could have given you little splashes of water here and there.
Yeah.
With the fire guy, they could have kind of
fire,
heated
yeah.
the room up. That would have been pretty cool, but that's a lot of money.
That'll be in 2024.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, I love this movie. Also, one of my biggest favorite parts of this is the whole Peter Parker and MJ.
Yeah,
the
the romance.
relationship. It was so
It
well
felt
done.
real.
I love how
cute,
it kind of brings
awkward.
you back because it makes me think. Because now we know we're older, so things of that. You think of that high school relationship, right? How you would do anything for that girl. You want to be with that girl so badly to that point where he almost kills the one student in the back. He's like, that's a
With the
threat. That's a
drone.
threat. Yeah.
Don't
And he's like,
distract
oh my
me.
God, what did I do?
Yeah.
How many times did you wish you had that ability to erase someone's number and make them look stupid? Oh my
The
God.
scene
was
with
probably
that
drone strike.
hit home with me. The scene with that hit home with me was in the beginning when they're on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you tried to arrange seating with a girl that you like?
Oh my God.
and then it
so
just
good.
gets screwed
It's
up.
like, oh, switch with
Yeah.
me, switch with me.
Yeah,
It's on a
and then you're
bus.
stuck
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
next to people you don't want to. That's actually happened to me
That was
before,
so
for real.
great.
Where it was so relatable.
And even just the awkwardness of the relationship when they're in the opera and it's like, You look very pretty. What's that? That makes my bad.
Yeah.
Oh no. You look pretty too. Okay, thanks. So you want to get glasses together? Just so awkward. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Great, loved
Yeah,
it.
Zendaya kills it. She's amazing. Like I don't know. She just captures her own version of MJ that she's created, and it's fucking dope to watch.
I will say though, she posted on Instagram a picture of her with red hair with the caption like "Face It, Tiger," and I was like waiting for that to be in the movie this whole time. Like, oh, are you gonna die? Are you gonna go MJ Red? Nah,
Go get him, Tiger.
I'd like to talk about what they may have potentially set up, maybe for the future, like
Okay.
Phase 4. This was the door closing on Phase 3, which a lot of people thought, why would you just not let Endgame be the last one? In Phase
I saw
3?
what they did.
But yeah, they set it
saw
up
what they
really
did.
well. You didn't
It was
have
like
any,
it was like the cool down lap.
yeah, you didn't
But
have
I
any
mean,
hangover
yeah.
from the previous movie.
Yeah.
It blended very well into it.
They actually made a joke out of the snap a little bit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love that.
Yeah,
the blip.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. How they, the basketball players reappeared and how.
I like how they said how they're like, well, because they did that really funny montage for Tony Stark in the beginning, but it was edited by students, so it was all like messed up the whole time. Like they had like the green screen was blurry.
Yeah, that
I
little
love how they
student news.
Yeah, they make
segment.
it crappy, which is like
It's
believable.
phenomenal. And
Yeah.
when they did the whole like, some people reappeared in the apartment that they used to be in 5 years ago. So now other people are living there, and people's marriages got ruined
Right.
because they thought they were cheating with I loved the
Yeah.
comedic tone
Yeah.
to such a serious moment in the Marvel universe.
They
I thought
flipped
it was
Yeah.
epic. Such a great, and again, to Ron's lap, the cool down lap, this movie for me,
Yeah.
the end of this phase was amazing. I went into this thinking, oh man, just saw Endgame. This is the next Marvel movie. I don't know if I'm really gonna be 100% in for it, but I loved every minute of it.
It was an encore. It's like,
Yeah.
Bon Jovi just finished up with Living on a Prayer, and then they do You Give Love a Bad Name real quick before we go. It was just really... I was better than I thought it was going to be. Like you said, I thought they should have just ended it on Endgame, but I think we needed this. We needed closure to that chapter. I know Endgame kind of gave you closure, but we need to see life actually go on.
Where they're going, yeah.
We need to see life actually
because especially
move on,
like you look at what Phase 4 is going to be for Marvel. It's going to be a lot of them trying out new stuff. We're getting the Eternals. We don't know who they are, most people. We're getting a Black Widow movie, so
Yeah,
it's
we'll
going
see
to
where
be
they're going.
it's going to be a prequel. It's not going to be continuing the story that is Marvel. So they're like, all right, we gotta give people some hope. We gotta start branching out a little bit.
So talking about really quick, where you were saying where are we going? We have to talk about Nick Fury. So Nick Fury in this movie, when you watch it, you kind of at least for me, the whole time I was kind of like, he's not.
Yeah,
doing-
something's off.
Yeah,
He was a little meaner than he usually was, but here's the thing. I was enjoying it so much.
Yeah, he was.
I thought him...
He said, "Bitch, you've been to space,"
Yeah.
and that was
Yeah.
in the trailer.
And just every time, like, Spider-Man screwed something up, he would just screw something up, he was giving that look like...
Yeah, but that's normally not.
No, it's
Nick
not.
Fury.
But
That's
I was enjoying it. But then they explain why with the.
They were the Skrull the whole
Skrull.
time. The guys from Captain Marvel.
Love, and I'm gonna.
Talos is the man.
Who's the actor that plays Talos?
I forget.
Whoever that guy is from
Talos.
he's so
He
great.
was in
and
Star
I love
Wars.
him. And he's like, yeah. So Nick,
Such range.
gonna need you to come back. I kind of winged it. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
all it was.
I
all he
screwed
was
up,
supposed-
mate.
And you know what's interesting about that? That whole scene, as funny as it was, it was ridiculous. But Mysterio, getting back to Mysterio for a second, his whole smokescreen was the fact that Marvel's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he's using Doctor Strange type
Yeah.
glyphs in his attack. And
Yeah,
stuff
he's
that.
like, they believe
He's
that
Vision with a
there's
fishbowl.
fire and water monsters before they believe that I'm just hoaxing you all,
That's true. He does straight up say that. In the
Yeah.
movie. That's the whole gimmick of
Yeah,
his
they
character.
said.
is that,
Yeah, they said that they were
Yeah.
not the Celestials, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know
that they were
which one it is.
interdimensional.
Yeah, they
he's
call
like,
them the Celestials, yeah.
he's like, they believe that I came from another dimension before that I'm just screwing with everybody.
You know what the best part is too? So did I. And the trailer was like, I hope
Yes.
so. I guess so.
That was kind
I
of
bought
a
it.
breaking the fourth wall type thing.
Yeah, and that's why another
Yeah.
thing too with Mysterio's powers, just trying to jump back there before I jump somewhere else. That scene when, to Ron's point, when it looked like Spider-Man was out of it, when he was doing the first fight scene, and then all of a sudden it was like Nick Fury shot him, and it actually showed him in the mocap outfit. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy, man. I didn't think, oh my god, like, it fooled me as a viewer. I was
Yeah.
watching it like, oh my god, okay, cool. Nick Fury's alive. I thought he was
He
just
had
dead.
layers.
Never mind, he's not, that's not,
It
he
was like
wasn't
an
even there at
onion.
all.
It was like an
Yeah.
Oh,
onion. You had
what?
to keep peeling back the
So
layers.
great.
You always gotta. I mean, this is so true in like video games. You always fear the psychic boss. The psychic boss battles, like
Yeah,
Psycho
dude.
Mantis, you
Yes.
know, for Metal Gear fans, you know Psycho
Wait,
Mantis.
Psycho who?
Mantis. No, so, but, and, yeah, and he just, Mysterio was just so intimidating in a sense that, yeah, I'm screwed if I fight that guy, you know?
So, I mean, anything else you guys want to touch on? Is that...
Well, so where are we going with Spider-Man? What do you guys think?
Yes. So then great point.
Yeah.
So the movie ends where they show that, you know, Mysterio had one last trick up his sleeve, and his movie editor kind of took the clips of him at the end of the movie, switched it, and they tell the world who Spider-Man really is. So
He's
Peter
Peter
Parker,
Parker.
and I love how they ended it the same way they ended Homecoming, where first Aunt May was like, "Oh," drops the F-bomb, and then Peter's like, "Oh,"
Yep.
and drops the F-bomb again.
And who makes a surprise appearance?
Oh my
Someone
God.
who was carried over!
Oh my.
Simmons! J.K. Simmons!
J.
J.K.
Jonah Jameson, and I love how he's like an online blogger now, like the Daily
He's
Planet.
like Infowars
Not
type.
Daily Planet. Is it Daily Planet?
No, it's
The
Daily
Bugle.
Bugle. Bugle. Planet Superman. Come on
It's
now.
DC, man. Know your universes.
Sorry, man,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
all
it's he's more of like
Daily
an
Bugle.
Infowars conspiracy theory kind of guy, which is cool. Gives a
It's
little
modern
twist.
Yeah. Because most news, most popular news comes online anyway.
So
now.
my guess is what they're gonna try to do is they're gonna try to spin a new hero, kind of like they kind of dipped in the Mysterio thing. He's is he a hero? He's not a hero. He turns out to be a villain. I think they're gonna have some guy who's like I don't know. Somebody cheesy, almost like a Booster Gold type character, where it's like, that's who like the people back, whatever. He's like,
Okay.
I got an idea for the sequel.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I got an idea for the sequel. I'm calling it right now. This would be awesome. MJ joins the Peace Corps in Africa.
Okay.
Peter goes with her. They're in Africa, and you could put Black Panther in if he wants to make an appearance.
You're going Craven.
Kraven the Hunter sees Spider-Man do something and goes, "I want to hunt that."
That's actually a good idea.
Then he follows them back to New York. They could stay in Africa for a little while,
They
but
wanted
you
to
could
do
throw
shit
Wakanda
for
in
a
there.
while.
They come back to New York, and that's a way to get Kraven into this because they've
actually
never done
really-
that villain before.
Because the way MJ's character's built, I could if
she would
doesn't
totally
know
join
how
the Peace Corps.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that's
and
good.
and they're kind of doing like they did Vulture, they did Mysterio, they did Shocker. They're doing like the not so popular like the B villains or the
Yeah,
C
Scorpion,
villains.
stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that.
the third string or whatever, and they should keep that going.
Okay, so I really liked your idea. My guess is that they're going to introduce Norman Osborn. Norman Osborn's going to buy the Avengers Tower, and he's going to be the one that's going to swear to help New York fight against Spider-Man, but become the Green Goblin because of some kind of illness, maybe. Have to take the super soldier serum as they're trying to recreate, Captain America 2. So I don't know if that's his whole stunt. Like, Captain America, such a hero, he's gone now.
That would
But don't
be
worry,
boring.
at Oscorp, I'm gonna create the next Captain America and also stop threats like Spider-Man from ever happening. Turn himself into the Green Goblin. Spider-Man's gonna have to stop the Green Goblin, therefore redeeming himself as a hero. But I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with Peter Parker just revealed. It's kind of like where the comic arc of Civil War went, because Peter did end up going out there and showing himself as that he is.
It's kind of a similar ending to The Dark Knight, only Peter didn't do it willingly.
Yes, that's what I said when I got the movie. He just got Dark Knighted, man. He
That's
basically-
right, yeah.
that's what happened. But I can't. I'm so excited. What's the next Marvel movie in the docket for us? What do we got?
Widow comes out.
Widow's next.
We
Widow
got a
and then
reaction to that
trailer.
trailer.
Oh yeah, whenever it drops.
Um,
Anything else?
I think that's it. What do you think?
I think the movie was awesome. Go see it.
Definitely go
see
see
it.
it. Well, I hope you saw it already if you're watching this.
Go see
Yes.
it again.
Yeah, go see it again.
It's still
3D.
worth it to see it even if you don't.
And go see Avengers Endgame again and help them beat Avatar as the best movie
Woo!
ever.
Go
Yeah.
Marvel! You're doing it right, baby.
All right, guys, please let us know what you thought of Spider-Man Far From Home in the comments below, and we will see you next time on Redefine Our Prime. Have a good night, everybody, or day, wherever you are.